Welcome in and thanks for joining today's Stream Elements. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Rugmat. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Freiberg. The ad is starting now and will go for 180 seconds. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Rugmat. Welcome in and thanks for joining today SMC Mai.
Hello, hello. All right, let's get this party started. What? Why was Pavlov's beard so soft? Because he conditioned it. Bang bang boogie. Fart poop duty. Here we go. Claps in chat. Dance with me. Dance with me. Let's go. You ruined the Bob dance combo? How? Clap, 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 clap. Shoulder shrugs, baby. Woo! By using a different emote. Hello, hello. Welcome in to the Clarkio Shenanigan Show. Boy, are we happy to have you all here. Hope you've been having a good week. I'm shutting down all those cameras so I don't forget. Right away. Torso shot. All right. What is this song? Next. How we doing? What's happening? All right. Welcome into the Clarkio Shenanigan Show. I'm your host, Clarkio. We are live every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time right here on twitch.tv/ClarkIO, youtube.com/ClarkIO, Clarkio. However you want to pronounce it, I don't mind. Just happy to have you here. What do we have in store for today?
For the 61 long months of subscribing.
Uh-oh, I pressed the button too much. Okay, it zoomed me out, but it zoomed me in again. I don't know if that's correct. Anywho, JT, thank you. Appreciate you.
Welcome and thanks for joining today's sub.
61 Holy moly, that's a heckin' long time. Appreciate that continued support. And with Twitch Prime, you gotta really stay on top of that one. That's cray cray. Thank you, JT. Appreciate you. I feel like I should redeem another day. No. Heckin' long time. Yes. Schmerple, right back at you. Folks, get your wins of the week queued up. Start thinking about them, Frackberg. I did see yours. I'll catch that in a second once we get there. So yes, if you're interested in the stream, what do we have in store for you today? Well, one, I think I'm gonna share the thing I've been teasing today. And I might just open up with that right away. So we're gonna do wins of the week, just chatting, right? Then we're getting into Wordle, words on stream, connections a little bit there, and then we get into the technical portion of the show. We're gonna continue working on this Cloudflare worker to handle words on stream dictionary, collecting words for words on stream instead of trying to use the full English dictionary, right? That's going to be our most robust solution, and so I'm working on that. I did some of that off stream too, so I'll catch you all up a little bit on what I did there, but what I'm focused on today is doing some, so I have it working basically where I can send to this API in Cloudflare new words, a collection of words in an array. However, I need to add like some filtering there because like you could put anything and everything in there right now. So that's what I've been working on. Okay, so that's what we're gonna be doing today in the technical segment of the show. If any or all of that interests you, appreciate you sticking around and hanging out and chatting and lurking or whatever you feel comfortable doing. If none of that interests you, appreciate you tuning into the stream, not tuning out. I mean, you're gonna tune out if you're not interested in that stuff, right? But I appreciate you tuning into the stream briefly here. And maybe I'll catch you in a future stream if it's something up your alley, right? All right, let's get into wins of the week. Wins of the week. If you don't know what that is, exclamation point WOTW in the chat to learn more about that. But the idea is, I want you to take a moment, think about the past week, and reflect on it and try and find something positive that happened this week and acknowledge it, and we'll celebrate. And you can share it with us in the chat and we'll celebrate together. Round of applause in the chat and all that fun stuff, okay? Crackberg says, I've only got 229,000 Bower Bones. Wow, that is a lot. I got you beat though. I have infinite Bower Bones in your face. But I mean, I'm the channel owner, so that's why. Anywho, Frackberg, been seeing you streaming the bike ride and stuff. Awesome stuff. Keep it up, man. Good to see you continuing to do that. Staying strong with it. Speaking of, I have a loss of the week in that regard. I've been wanting, I think I've been telling you all, I want to do some type of exercising. Well, formal exercising, not some type of formal exercising in the class that I'm subscribed to twice a week. That did not happen last week. I went once. I went on Thursday last week and I haven't been since. And the reason for that is because I was sick. Like sick to where if I started doing physical activity and started breathing heavy, it was not, I was just coughing up a lung. But win of the week there is I am feeling better. And I feel like I am on the mend of it. And my wife was like, you don't sound so sick anymore, so nasally. I was like, okay, cool. Because I'm not feeling it as much. That's great. So the downside of that is I kind of, it broke my not habit, my streak. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna catch up on it. So I'm gonna make up for it. I'm basically gonna do more days in a week than 2 days a week to catch up on this past week where I didn't do that. I do sound a little nasally today. Okay. Well, thank you for calling. Thank you for. Word I'm looking for. Thank you for letting me know. That's why I say, like, I'm not fully over it yet, but I'm feeling much better. Still got a little bit of a cough, still got a little bit of whatever going on in the back of the throat and nasal area, but for the most part I'm not having to blow my nose, I'm not coughing as much, and feeling like things are clearing up a bit, so that's good. All right. Get your wins of the week queued up in the chat if you haven't done so already. Let me see. I saw Frackberg shared one earlier. I got more I'm going to talk about, but I I don't want to spill all the beans right away. I climbed a big hill last weekend. Took almost 2.5 hours to go 10 kilometers. Dang, dog. Congrats on that. Thank you for sharing. Round of applause in chat for Fracky Boy. What was your win of the week earlier that you shared before? I think it was before the dance started, right? Busy day, so win of the week. Scheduled a real vacation in August in the Keys. Ooh, baby. It's going to be a hot one. I'll tell you that. Frackwork, prepare for that. It's going to be good. It's going to be nice. It's going to be relaxing. But also be prepared for... We're already feeling heat. Like big time heat. And you're going even more south. So be prepared. But in any case, I'm just giving you a fair warning. Because like for me, someone acclimated to the climate a bit more, it feels abnormally hot already this early, and it's not truly summer yet, you know. It's just May. So anyway, congrats on that, and thank you for sharing, Frackberg. Frackberg says, I'm aware I've been to the Keys in the summer a few times. I hear you. I'm just giving you a warning that it might be feeling more you're going to be feeling more heat than usual. I feel that's what I'm feeling right now. So I can only imagine as we get into the summer months, the official summer months, it's gonna progress even more. So my luck is more that hurricane season will be in full force, and I'll have to spend the whole time inside. That's the other thing. Yeah, I was gonna mention.
Thanks for joining today in Substantial.
That was the other thing that I was gonna mention, but I didn't want to really jinx you on that, you know. So, but yeah. That is kind of, well, I mean, peak hurricane season lately has been like September, October. So while I mean any point in time, hurricane season typically is around summer to the fall. It like spans over that entire time. We've been getting hit the most with hurricanes usually September and October. Sometimes even it's in November. So you might have a good chance of missing it being in August. So anyway. All right, what else wins of the week wise? Feeling good about work stuff. Recorded so work stuff and just technology wise. Windsurf announced their SWE1 model. I recorded a video on that this week. It's interesting. I think I need to give it another shot before I come to a full conclusion on it, but my initial impressions of it have not been good, and the video will show that when it comes out on Monday. Also, we're experimenting with a new intro and opening to the video that comes out on Monday, where it's just silent. Like, I don't do any talking in the opening. I just go through, like, almost like a silent movie type of approach to the opening. So see how it does. Maybe it does good, maybe it does bad, but I feel like it's different enough to the point where it might catch people's attention, like, whoa, what's going on? This is not a normal YouTube video opening or intro, right? Or hook. So I wanted to give that a shot. Plus I've made it, I kind of choreographed it, if you will, in a way so that we can basically pull that into its own YouTube short. So normally we take a full-length video and we find bits and pieces in the middle of it and make it into a short, a bunch of shorts rather. This time I was like, let me stack at least the beginning of it to be like the full story arc, and that way we can pull it out as a YouTube short right away as one thing, but also two, you give everything to the viewer right in the middle, you know, meat of that, right at the beginning of it, and they can choose to stay and see my analysis further on that, or they can choose to be like, all right, I've seen enough. That was Windsurf's SWE model, trying out with that prompt, you know. So we'll see how it goes. But speaking of, shout out to Sneak, SNYK. It's spelled. You can go to snyk.io to check them out. That's my employer. They do not sponsor or endorse the channel. However, they do afford me the time on Friday afternoons to stream on my channel. So big shout out to them and my leadership. Very grateful for them for a number of reasons. I think I've talked about it in the past. The culture is fantastic, phenomenal. What else do I have to share? What else? We we got a big announcement for, well, speaking of work, we have a big announcement coming up May 28th, which is next Wednesday. It's we're doing what we're calling the sneak launch, May 28th. So be sure to check that out if you'd like. You're going to see my face plastered on a lot of things related to that, which is, it's exciting and flattering, but also nerve-wracking at the same time. So, but that's cool. Like, I'm excited for that opportunity and proud of it. So that's another win. I'll call that another win. We'll see how things, I'm excited to see how things go next Wednesday. I should maybe get you the link for that. Actually, I'll just look it up. You can just look it up. Okay, GitHub request timed out. Don't care. Don't care. Come on. Sneak launch. Here we go. I got the link. I'll drop it in the chat. Check it out. Sign up and register for the launch. It's just
Welcome
like a...
And thanks for joining today, Clarkio.
Thanks for having me. I'm so glad to be here. First name, last name, email, company name, you could just put NA. Job title, you could put NA, and country, right? So, and then we have 2 time slots where you can watch it. So in case you're in a region or time zone that might be more conducive to you, and when you have some free time,
thanks for joining today, Code with CM.
You can check it out. What's up, Code with Sean? Good to see you, buddy. What's your win of the week? We're kind of talking through a little bit of that. But yeah, here's the sign up if you want. Sneak.io events sneak launch that we have coming up next Wednesday, May 28th. We have 1 time slot at 10 a.m. or you can check it at Eastern time or 6 p.m. Eastern time. All right. And again, feel free to put in whatever you want on this stuff. Like, even though it says required, like, just, I don't know, if you don't feel comfortable sharing that information, just make it up or say Clarkio sent you. Put in Clarkio for it all. That I don't know who manages this intake form, but actually I think I do. So it'd be kind of funny if they were like, what the heck is these people that are putting in all this Clarkio information? Say, you know, like Clarkio stream for company name, Clarkio title, Clarkio for job title, put Clarkio viewer. And, you know, there you go. Try it out. I will get a good laugh out of it if I get contacted and somebody's like, hey, we had a few registrations from what seems to be your live stream community. And I'm be like, yeah, that's them. That'll do it. I'm like, why did you do this? So yes, we have that going on next week. I'm very happy about that. And we have some exciting announcements to share as a result. And looking forward to, you know, being able to talk about that and share it more. Any other wins of the week in the chat? In the meantime? If not, going once, going twice. What do we got? Okay. Good there. I can share. You all ready for me to share the news that I was teasing about? Let me know if you are in the chat. It's pretty big news for me. It's going to have some impact on the stream. Coach Sean says yes. Excuse me. May says ready.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Roy Lacey.
Excuse me, got stuck reading terms of service. Hello, what's up, Roy Lacey? Terms of service for what? Twitch? All right, so my big news is I'm going to be moving. The Clarkio Familia is going to be going to a slightly bigger home for us. We're going to be moving out of this home, which was our very first home ever. It was our starter home. And yeah, we're excited about that. we're not going too far. Kids are staying in school district type of thing, so we're trying to do that. That was a big part of our constraint in the search. So we're excited about that. And yeah, it's been stressful. Let me put it that way. Given all kinds of factors, the way the markets have been going in the U.S., the way the economy's been going up and down in the U.S., the price of houses and that type of thing. So it's been extremely it's been like a mix of exciting and stressful at the same time. But lately it's been leaning more towards exciting. So we're very happy about that. But the reason I bring that up, or I've been kind of teasing it a bit, because things have to go through with the deal, and things have to get sorted out and whatnot. But we're getting to the point where this weekend we're gonna fully move in type of thing. And so that's why I'm sharing with you all now, because it may impact the stream. It's likely going to impact the stream, because I got to set up in the new place with all the cameras and then the equipment and everything like that. And I might forego doing the whole green screen approach, I'm thinking, because as many of you, I turned the cameras off so I can't show you now, but if you recall, when I do the dance at the beginning, you could see the one angle from my right here, you see the whole green screen stuff, right? So I had built a full wall-sized green screen on a PVC pipe that rolls up and down, okay, on that. And I don't know that I want to do that again in the new place. So I still have the floor standing green screen that I can throw up behind me type of thing, but I don't know. So I got to figure out, just paint the wall green. Yeah. I mean, so in this office, actually, the walls are green. They're just like a very light, faint color green, and it's not like the neon green that you need for green screening, right? Or blue screening, as people do. So anyway, I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Well, camera, I got to figure out how it's basically going to be the same size room at the new place. And however, I get a much bigger closet to store, I'm gonna probably run my other PCs a bit more now that I'll have a dedicated area to keep that, instead of it just sitting on the floor behind me, behind the green screens, because I'll have more storage space in this office. And then yeah, I gotta figure out how I gotta lay it out. I gotta sound treat the room and everything. So it's gonna be a little bit, there's gonna be probably a period of time where the streams are gonna be a bit scuffed, meaning they're just janky. Things are not looking like quality that they normally are, or at least the way I produce it right now. So I'm sharing that all with you because it's exciting. It's a win of the week for the Clarkio family. For us, we're growing and moving into a new phase for us, because this is gonna be a pretty long-term home for us while the kids go through school and everything like that. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. Yeah. Outside of maybe my tone, the way I'm delivering it, but I'm very excited about it. But it's more like a tempered excitement, I guess. Yeah. So just paint the wall, so we'll have a background. Well, yeah, so if you look at my sneak videos, when you look at that, any of those videos, that is that's when the green screen is rolled up to the ceiling, and then the other one's rolled down into the floor stand thing that it has.
You
so
know,
if you look at
by now, a new
this is what the office looks like, right? And you can kind of tell in here that's actually green. It looks kind of gray in there, but maybe you see more of the green in the bottom right hand corner. That's actually a green wall, as Sean was mentioning. Paint the walls green. So I intentionally chose a green color because green is calming, for one, and two, I thought I could maybe green screen it, but it's too faint of a green, too light of a green color. You can't green screen it. Anywho, so yeah, all the stuff behind me I got to get moved over, and then you kind of when I switch scenes from the beginning of a stream. If we go back to the beginning of this, when I was dancing around. Oh, this is an older stream. So you could see my main PC that I stream off of is here. It's sitting on a filing cabinet. I have all the sound treatment on the walls around me here. My desk, I have 2 monitors, which you can see more from this angle. Right, there's the green screen I was talking about. That rolls the whole wall. I have like sound dampening and light dampening curtains on the window. You know, I got a lot of stuff to move over and get set up over there. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. And also crazy purple lighting. Yes, I mean that'll be simple. It's just the light bulbs that are in the lamp anyway. But in any case, the point I was getting at is maybe I stream with this background like normal moving forward. Not with this exact background, but I mean without a green screen. And then what that would mean though is I got to change this layout that you see like with the overlay and whatnot. So it's going to be, there's going to be a transition phase is what I'm getting at. Sean says, and it's in the Boston area. No. I do love Boston. It's a great city. I would not mind living there. Other than the winter season, I would definitely mind. Thank you for the congrats code with Sean. Or at least I hope that goes amazingly and everyone settles nicely. Thank you. May, thank you for the congrats as well. Or at least says Twitch showed me an accept button and I ain't pressing that without reading a bunch. I got you. Yeah, fair enough. On that TOS thing. Sean says congrats indeed. I bet the kids are excited. They are. I feel like it hasn't hit them yet. Because like we've gone to the new house a bit and they, you know, they have fun and everything, but we haven't moved out of this one fully yet. Like we've already started. We've moved a lot, like our garage stuff in the garage and attic we've moved out. But this weekend is like the big move. So parents moving into your current house? No, May. I would love for that to be the case, but they are not. They were originally thinking about doing something more like seasonally, and then stuff happened at my childhood home that they're still at. Something happened there where they needed to put more, they need to get repairs and stuff like that and fixes done at their house that they would have used those funds for investing in a seasonal type of place closer to us. May says make it an Airbnb. No, it's gonna be a long-term rental place. Also, I have to ask, did you hire movers? And if not, what is that emote? If not, facepalm? I have not hired movers. We're trying. I know, like, it's easier with movers and all that stuff, but we have a good amount of friends and family that have been available to help us previously, and we have some that are going to be helping us this weekend. We're using U-Haul trucks, and we don't. I mean, we have a good amount of furniture and stuff to move, but it's really not that much in my mind. At least I'm feeling. And it's not like big bulky things. Like for instance, the kids' bedroom sets, they're all made in such a great way that you just kind of pop them out of their places. Like I don't have to sit there like tearing them down with like drills and whatnot and then building them back up. They just kind of, they're built in such a way that the pieces slap into each other. Like they're secure, you know, but they just slap into each other. So the big things are like dressers, couch, but the couch also breaks up into pieces, so that's not too bad, because it's like a sectional. What else is like big things? Yeah, the biggest, clunkiest things that are going to be a pain in the butt to move are dressers, and that's about it. Everything else either breaks down easily or has a means of or a way to break down and makes it more manageable to move. So yeah. Coach Sean says, I'll be 51 next week. I'd move stuff myself. I mean, yeah, like the beauty of it is we haven't had like a really tight timeline to get out and get into the new place. So that's been making it much easier, and a big reason why we haven't hired a moving company, because we haven't had like to rapidly make the move. So every time we go over there, we bring a little bit something in our own cars little bits and pieces, appliances, not appliances, but like light lamps and stuff like that. We just start moving over. We've been moving over slowly when we would go there to work on things. And I've had to do some stuff at the house too, like changing locks, like smoke detectors are all, it feels like this is something to take note of when you're moving into a new place or getting a new place for whatever the situation is. You don't think to check the smoke detectors, right? But just the timing of it, like the smoke detectors are starting. There's been two so far that have started to go, where even changing the batteries out, they're still chirping. So that means that they're like end of life. So I have to replace them. And those things are not cheap, man. So it's something that, I didn't think to consider moving into a new place. But that's something that could add to the cost. So you think about that. And then, if you can save on moving, right? Then why not? So let me move myself so I can save a little bit on that. So yeah, you should replace them every 10 years. Right, exactly. And it seems like a lot of these are at that time frame. Coach, I only check smoke detectors when I cook. Fair enough. Coach Sean's win of the week: survived big thunderstorm, lots of limbs taken off a tree. Ooh, one limb took out my power meter on side of the house. Thankfully, power company replaced it next morning. Wow. Well, I'm glad everybody is okay, and that was a quick turnaround for that situation. Thank you for sharing, Coach Sean. Coach Sean says, I'm teasing, of course, but after I moved last time, I said, F this, I'm hiring movers next time. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. I think if we were in a different situation and we felt more comfortable with the money to spend on that, we would. But I just don't feel like, I'm very stressed out about anytime. I think I've told you all, like when I make a big purchase, like maybe buying a car, or in this case, like getting a house, it stresses me out. Like I get physically ill from it. Even when I feel like on this house, like given the current market and everything like that, like we got a good deal, but I still feel ill and sick about it. Because it's a huge life-changing thing, or life-changing thing. Like it's a huge burden. And you just want to provide for your family. You want to keep, like, in this house has been such a dang blessing, man. We've been here for so long too. It's our first home together. We built this, we started our family here. So it's got like such a sentimental place for us, or sentimental attachment to it, that that's also making me a little sad about it. But also, like, financially, this house has been very helpful for us, so in that regard. So, and it's made me feel safe and like comfortable. Now, not so much. So that's been stressing me out. But I'm not trying to be negative about it or be like, oh, it's not a terrible problem to have. I'm glad you're all okay, Coach Sean, with those storms. I get it. Until you get tenants, it's extra stress. Yes, right. Yes, that is the situation. And this is my first time doing that sort of thing too. So, but the good thing is, it gives me confidence, is I have two people close to me that do that sort of thing, and they've been guiding me and giving me tips and helping me out with that whole situation too. So I feel very fortunate and very grateful for the ability to do what we're doing. But it is scary, risky, that all that stuff comes to mind, while also trying to, while also having a young family, right? So we'll see. But yes, that's the big news. We'll be doing the big move over and start actually living in the new place this weekend. And so I wanted to share with you all. I know I've been teasing it. The reason I was teasing it is because there was a lot of uncertainty, and then and all that. But I'm sharing that because it's likely going to disrupt things with the stream schedule, or just the stream production overall and quality. So I hope you all understand that and can bear with me while we work on transitioning over to this new situation, you know? So yeah, that's the news. Happy to share it with you all. And yeah. Sean says, I live in a 715 square foot condo and I have 3 smoke detectors, which is kind of silly. Yeah, I feel like you would need more. Especially since all 3 are in a 5-foot line between the 2 bedrooms. You know, that is the thing. Like, how did they decide where to put these smoke detectors in homes? Or in any residential area? Or even, well, no, in commercial areas, they have the other, like, sprinkler systems that they put in the ceilings and whatnot, right? Like, more commercial grade stuff. But, like, in residential homes, like, is there a means to how they decide where they put... They decide via fire codes? Well, what the heck is with the fire codes? Because they don't make sense. They don't make sense to me in any home that I've ever been in. They tend to be like either bunched up near each other. It's like, what's the point of that? They start with places where people are sleeping. Okay. I mean, that makes sense, right? Because you want to be alerted to when it's detected. But like, it's likely, I don't know. What is the statistics on this? Are fires likely to start in the more common areas of a home, and then while you're like, because my thing is like, if you're sleeping and there's only smoke detectors like mostly in the bedrooms, but there's a fire in the kitchen or the living room, like you want a smoke detector there in those areas to detect that and start alerting and sounding it off across the whole home so that you can have enough time to react and get out of there safely, right? So like, I don't know. Anywho. You have 1 in each bedroom and 1 between them. Okay. Interesting. Like, I have 1 in here with me. This is technically a bedroom. But I'm trying to remember. Like, there's some that are in areas where I'm like, why wouldn't there be 1? Like, there should be 1 in a laundry room, right? Because, like, think about people, like, one of the common places where household fires start is from the dryer. Because people don't clean out the lint trap or the exhaust piping that they might have. And that gets clogged up and starts building up over time and starts a fire, you know? So, yeah. Our backs are going bad. That's what Sean was saying. Want to borrow my truck, says May. I appreciate the offer. What else did I miss in chat? What will happen to the current one? To the current home? I'm gonna rent it out. If that's what you're asking, Marlisi. Congrats indeed, but the kids are excited. So we'll have a background A. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Marlisi, is I'm thinking about cutting away from leaning on the green screen so much and instead going with the more natural setup, you know? So that's the idea. We'll see how it goes. Because it's gonna be 2 things. I need to decide on how I want to lay things out in the new place for my office there, and then based on that, if I do go the route of not using the green screen so much, then I gotta work on the stream layout like this, which shouldn't be too much work. The most work is gonna be how am I gonna lay out the content when I'm in this view, because the reason I like the green screen for streaming, for coding streams like this, is you're like, think about, this is the full, like where my hand is here, this is the full frame of the camera, and so all of this space will be covered even up to here, right? So I gotta lay things out in such a way so that I'm not covering stuff, and you can see my screen and it's readable on both desktop, laptop, mobile, whatever you're watching from, right? So we got to sort that out. You are also standing very low on the camera. No. I intentionally leave like a hand's length from the top of the frame to the top of my head, or at least see.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Umang Mishra.
What's up, Umang Mishra, over on YouTube? Happy to have you here. We are just chatting right now, Umang. We're talking about wins of the week. If you got it, if you don't know what that is, there's a command in the chat. You can send !WOTW to find out more about that. So that's what's happening. Those are my wins. If anybody else has other wins of the week to share, would love to hear them. Just drop them in the chat, and we'll celebrate your wins together. All right. Well, being that I'll call that as kind of concluding that segment, and we'll jump into Wordle for now. Well, I don't know how low it usually is, but if it's down to your chin. Oh, you mean down here? Well, that's because I'm cutting it off. Like, so when I'm in here, you could see a bit more. Also, I think it's because the zoom. If I press the zoom button a little too quickly, it freaks. It doesn't quite. It messes things up. No, that's not where it is. Where is that filter for that? I think it actually zoomed me in more too. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go do Wordle before you do that because I haven't done that. Okay, yeah, go for it, Rolisi. So yeah, but I think you're right, Rolisi. I think it got zoomed in on me a bit from when I did the. Let's see if I can sort that out really quick. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, like why am I so low? Normally you could see my shoulders at least. I dropped it in Discord already, but win of the week I created my first WBD. Open source contribution and Change Guard are interested in the change. So yeah, that's awesome to hear. Congrats on that, Sean, and thank you for sharing. All right. I didn't say anything that warranted me to watch my language. What is the filter? I always forget which thing I put the filter on. This one? No. Actually, when I look at that, I am kind of sitting low. Oh. Maybe I need to mess with that a bit, but I think I zoomed in. Yeah, the camera's frame actually is much wider than what is being shown right now on stream. Where the heck? Did your chair go down or desk go up? No, neither. It's neither. It's something. It's a filter on one of these dang scenes that like goes in all the scenes, and I can't quite figure out which. Here it is. Okay. All right. So when I do this, yeah, see, that's a much lighter zoom. Cam unzoom. I need it to like fully reset here. Yeah, that doesn't work either. I might mess things up here. That's a little bit better. I'm looking more. You can see my shoulders now better, right? I think that's a bit better right there. Alright, I think that kind of sorts it out. And then when I come back here. Yeah, okay, we're back to normal now. Normally it's my shoulders and you can see top of chair. Okay, cool.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Bioko.
Vernon, right back to you. Bioko, you got a win of the week you want to share? Let us know in the chat. I'd love to hear it. Exclamation point wins of the week. All right, let's play a little Wordle. We always start with chart. Oh. Off to a good start. Off to a good start. Shindig. Shine. Shine. Oh, no. Oh, another win of the week. I've been invited to a stream to be a stream guest next week. Ooh, nice. Can you share which stream? I don't mind if you do. If you want to link to it, let us know. Congrats on that, though, and thank you for sharing, Sean. Hold on a second. I got a request from work I gotta check into too. So hours of killing. What is it? It's a Helldivers 2 stream on Strike 66. Nice. So hours of killing on Helldivers. Yeah, you do love that game, right? Or at least that did give me enough time to finish it, but I forgot my Discord isn't around for now. What do you mean your Discord isn't around? Did you get kicked out of Discord too, Riley C? Let me sort this out with work real quick. Hold on. I got to oh boy. I have thumbnails. I'm getting pulled into a lot of I mentioned that we have this launch that's going on, and I'm just getting a lot of stuff in preparation that I'm getting pulled into. So, and being that it's timely stuff that's needed, I want to make sure I respond to people. Really says, no, I just got logged out, and let's say I don't know the login. Okay, fair enough. Sean says, are you logged in on your phone? You could do a QR code. Oh yeah, there you go. BioCat win of the week. Needed a new weed whacker. Decided on battery power because they are sub $100 now. Ended up spending $500 though. But got a blower and lawnmower as well. Okay, there you go. Fair enough. Got a weekend of yard work ahead of me. That is awesome. Congrats on that, BioCow, and thank you for sharing. I'm curious to hear after, maybe by next stream, you let me know how it went with the battery powered approach on all that stuff. They seem amazing, and they seem like they're very efficient with the battery packs. And then like usually either they come with an extra battery pack that you can have charging so that you can just swap it out, or you got to get it, which is kind of like a shitty approach if they do that. But I personally have not gone that route. I have a gas mower that I actually just gave to my one neighbor. Oh, that was my other win of the week I wanted to share. So our neighbor, like we're pretty tight knit. I don't want to say very, like I don't know them like I know my family type of thing, but like love thy neighbor situation is like really big in our neighborhood. Like I love my neighbors, and I'm gonna be really sad. It's like bittersweet in that regard, because like all our kids play together. I think I've mentioned this to those of you that have been around the stream for a while. All our kids play together, and so our one neighbor ended up throwing like a going away party for us that we went to yesterday. It was a pool party, and we had a blast, and it was really, really kind of them to do, and we're just grateful and blessed to have the neighbors that we have. And it's kind of it's sad to be leaving them, but we're not going that far either, so we'll still see them. Kids will have play dates and stuff, and we'll have them over once we get settled in too. So yeah, so that's another win of the week, is we have awesome neighbors, and they threw a little going away party for us that we went to. All right, let me double check on this again really quick. get that going for them. Gotta upload some videos. All right. Let's try another guess. So if it's not shine, Bauhaus says gas whacker won't start and gas mower only starts with carb fluid direct into carb. So hoping this makes yard work easier. Yeah. Especially if you go like it's battery powered. Like I've seen some neighbors where they have like lawnmowers that they plug in or other equipment that they got to plug in. Like a weed whacker plugging, like my weed whacker, you got to use an extension cord, and that's not too big of a hassle. But I feel like with a lawnmower, that would be kind of a hassle because it'd be like very, very susceptible to like running over the wire that's powering the lawnmower, you know? So I'm not quite sure how people do that. So like a battery powered lawnmower seems like a good option so long as the battery lasts for the time to cover your whole yard, right? Like that's the one thing that you gotta, I guess, kind of calculate. Are you streaming on Twitch too? Yes, Mishra. I'm gonna guess sure next. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, looks like you all are getting a point again, chat, since I didn't get it in 3. Yeah. So speaking of gas whacker and gas mower, my mower is gas powered, but it's been sitting in my garage for years now, untouched, and I didn't do any maintenance on it. So I gave it away. My neighbor was like, oh, how much do you want for it? I'm like, I'm just going to give it to you because I don't know if it works. And it's probably going to need a new filter, new spark plug. Like, it's going to need to be tuned up probably before you. I had put a new blade on it prior to it sitting stagnant for so long. Oh, I knew Shore wasn't going to work. That was a bad guess. Because his battery says it's good for up to 1/3 acre, and my yard is easily half that. Okay. There you go. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I didn't know they put those kind of stats on there. All right. Shuffle? There's got to be a U in here then, right? Like, so shuck. There we go. Shuck a clam. All right. Dang it. I got it in 4. I missed it. You all get a point. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we have a competition in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, use !Discord in the chat, or go to clarkio.com/Discord to get the link, the invite link. But we have a channel where we share our Wordle results. I hide mine because people know I always start with the same word. And then my Wordle bot that we created on stream will capture that into the database and keep track of all of your stats. If you want to, you can opt in, and then that way you can look at the leaderboard, which is up on my website at clarkio.com/leaderboard. No, not leaderboard. What is it? Wordle/Wordle. And you can see your overall stats and that fun stuff if you'd like. But you got to opt in because your name is going to be publicly available on the website there. And you can always opt out if you like, and then it'll stop showing your name on there. Where were we? Here. No, we're in Discord. I got to update this message. You all are up by... You doubled my score this year already. I have a long way to come back. 39, and we updated. Today is the 23rd. Congrats, chat. Congrats. I'm so happy for you. You have a very strong lead on me, points-wise. Really says, I feel like that's backwards. A weed whacker, you go around and slap everywhere. Usually with a lawnmower, you plan out how'd you go. Wouldn't weed whacker be more prone to smacking its cable? I don't know. In my experience, when I would weed whack with a wired electric weed whacker, yeah, I don't know. It was never too big of an issue for me. Didn't get in the way a lot. Didn't get in the way a lot. Bago says, I've had a corded whacker, yes. Rose says, that message looks so much smaller before I sent it. Oh, okay. All right, let's play
is about to start in
connections
on Twitch.
Shuffle it up. Flashbang. I mean, the weed whacker is also less likely to destroy the cable, at least compared to the metal cutter on a lawnmower. Right, right. Like it's way easier to. I feel like it's way easier and more susceptible to running over the cord with a lawnmower than you would and breaking it than with a. Where did that upload go? Did they finish? Is that why? Yeah. Pound, ounce, stone, dram. Pound, ounce, stone, and dram. I didn't ever heard. I've heard pound, ounce, and stone, like how you might measure the weight of something. But dram
is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Dram? Wow, nice. British imperial units of weight. Well done, Coach Sean. Can you explain your message that Wordle was added as a game to Discord? Yes, we can talk about that, May. Fair enough, I haven't had the pleasure of having 1920 1080 at home until a few weeks ago. Quite strange. So what May is talking about is, let me bring this up on stream too. So Discord has the means to like play games with the community within a Discord community, and they had added one. It seems like it's been around a while actually, but they promoted it and made it very visible to me. Wordle right here. So you can play Wordle directly from Discord, which is cool. The only thing, and then like what ended up happening was, because I tried it and I think Rugmat had tried it. So the app, it becomes an app that I installed or added to this channel in the Discord server. Will give you at the end of, so this is like an added perk that at the end of the day, it gives you the results. But I don't know if there's other commands actually. I wonder. Wordle. So like you can play it that way and then it loads it up. And then you play it this way, right? But like is there other Wordle commands? Share your daily Wordle result. What does that do? Looks like you haven't finished today's puzzle. Okay. Well, I guess, oh, that could work then if it shares it. Somebody want to try that actually in the Discord server that hasn't shared their results already? Rugmat can't, Frackberg can't, Todd can't, maybe May, if you want to give it a shot. Oh, there we go. Rugmat did this, and then you share it like that. I wonder if we can get the bot to read this result instead, possibly. It's slightly similar. Or did you do your same exact one, Rugmat? Okay, yeah, cool. So you did your same exact approach. I wonder if we can get my bot to still capture this, and then everybody can play through that. I don't know. What I meant though by it, May, is that like if we were to start using that consistently as a community, it works across Discord too. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, you mean like it already knew because you're signed in? Is that what you're saying, Rugmat? So I play in a Discord chat with your brother, right? Not in your brother's brain. You play in a Discord chat with your brother. And then you just share it here. So long as you play Wordle within Discord, I'm guessing you can share it anywhere. Then you can share it here. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, we just might need to modify the Discord Wordle bot that I created to read the embed. Or at least it says yes, you can get the content of that embed. Because right now it's looking for just like straight up text messages, not embeds. So if we do that to make it support either one, then we can still get the benefit of both. What I like about the one thing that this is why I made that comment that May you might be referring to is I was thinking it might defeat the purpose of the hour.
Is about to start in 2 minutes on Twitch.
The bot that we created on stream. because it does this thing at the end of the day. It figures out when the day is done, and then it gives you a summary. So like that day, Rugmat played, and then I had started one in it, but I didn't want to play it in that version, so I went back to the browser. Actually, I don't know if I ever did. I do that? Yes, I did. See, at 326, I actually played it, which was 433. Is that the one that was played? Oh, this was 432. Did I ever play 432? No, I guess I didn't. So it was correct in that I started and then didn't. So it counts as not finishing as an X. You see what it did there for me? So anyway, I don't know. I feel like the two can maybe work in conjunction. We just need to update this Wordle bot to handle reading the embed instead of just a straight text message like that.
An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
I don't know what I did, but I got this. You don't have permissions to use activities in this channel because you don't have the human flag. Let's change that. How do I change that? Why don't you have the human role, May? Oh, you do have the human role. What am I saying? Oh, maybe I needed to add that to the channel. Channel permission, since it was something new. Where's activities? Use voice activity. App permissions. Use app commands. Oh wait, hold on. Use activities. Allow members to use activities in these channels. Yes. Yes. All right, give it a try now, May. See if it works. Too bad they can't be linked, but I also play the game in the New York Times app to track my stats there. Okay, yeah. Too bad what can't be linked. The one in well, there's three things we're talking about here. Also, I'm sliding down in my chair. That's why I'm so low right now. Are you talking about the Clarkio Discord Wordle bot, the Wordle app in Discord, and Wordle New York Times on the website? Oh, really? See, that's interesting. So Wordle was the first few games that was browser integration, not a full app when that was introduced. It's been fun. Oh, they've updated it now. Okay. Blowout, Rave, Bash, and Blast. Back to the game. Cobra Sean really wants to play these games. Blowout. Where's Rave? Bash, and Blast. Okay. Bacchus has learned a lot about mowers. Almost bought a 13-inch blade, then realized my current is 21, and that would mean almost twice as many passes. Oh, yeah. That would have been bad. Alright, I'm caught up on chat now. The Discord version of New York Times Wordle and the New York Times app. Okay, I got you. Alright, May, why don't you see if you can try using the Wordle app in the Wordle channel now on Discord when you get a chance. Alright. Oh, yeah, there we go. Rugmat and May are playing. Hey! May got it in one try. May, you cheated. You saw the answer. Alright, what's next? Things you wear on your eyes. Glasses, eyeliner, makeup, fiber? That's not how this works. Reading it. I cheated, but it works. Nature, fiber, character, makeup. Nature, fiber, character, makeup. Okay. One's constitution. Alright, glasses, eyeliner, marble, and nebula. What? What could that mean? What's this last category, chat?
An ad is about to start in 2 minutes on Twitch.
Didn't we just have an ad, Twitch? counting up. Yeah, we did just have an ad. Works for Nebula. All right, what does this be? What cat's eye can be... Why does it... First of all, show us the results and wait before so we can actually read the dang categories, New York Times. What cat's eye can be used to describe? Really? This is one of those instances of this game where it's just so just stinking frustrating. All right. Thank you for playing, chat, and helping with that connections.
An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Twitch, your ads are completely messed up. All right, that brings us into words on stream and the technical portion of the show. We have moved quick. Look at that. We are what? An hour and 11 minutes into the stream. Shut up, Clarkiobot. We're an hour into it and ready to get technical. Let's get technical, technical. I want to get technical. Show me what you're technical about. Or however it goes. Makes me think of the Office episode when Michael Scott brings in the new HR rep, Holly, and helps her with her presentation on ethics in the office. 10, print, get technical. 20, go to 10. Listen, we don't need assembly code here. Okay, BioCow? That's a little bit traumatic for me. All right, so what are we looking at? Why am I showing you this array with a string of just one in it? Because if you look closely, look at this URL. We have the WAS dictionary on clarkio.com, hosted on Cloudflare. Shout out Cloudflare. That is the number one, sir. It is the string representation of the number one. Assembly. Basic. Sorry. Basic. Right. Assembly would be like rem and that kind of stuff.
The ad is starting now and will go for 90 seconds.
All right, I'm gonna wait for the ad to finish before we get into the explanation of what I worked on off stream. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna switch to software and game development now. It's been a while.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Rugmat.
What's up, Rugmat? What ad? Twitch actually finally playing the ad. Is that what happened? Boom, 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 ba-doom, boom, 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 ba-doom, boom, 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 ba-doom, boom. All right, well, let me check on this work thing real quick too while we're finishing up this ad in 50 seconds. Yes, I finally got an ad. Yeah, I got like 5 announcements in one ad. Interesting. Muy interesante. Boom, 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 ba-doom, boom, 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 ba-doom, boom, 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 ba-doom. All right, that is donezo. Boom, 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 boom. What are you doing, sir? Work. Responding to some work messages. They needed me to help out with a video that they're getting ready for the launch stuff that I was mentioning earlier. That's happening next week. This time seemed like a good time to let it go since it was a transition time for topics. Let what go? Oh, to not delay the ad? Yeah. I get what you're saying. Oh, so that's what happened. Sean, because he's a mod, has the ability to dismiss or delay the ads. We get to do that, or we can snooze the ad. That's what it is. So we're allowed to snooze an ad at most 3 times throughout a stream. So that's what was going on. That's how we had those announcements, and then there wasn't an ad because Sean A was taking care of us, chat. Big shout out to Sean. WW Sean 08. Sean A. So that's what happened. All right. I still blame Clark Gilbot. Fair enough, BioCow. All right. So here we go. This is what I worked on from last stream. Between streams. Between 2 streams. Between 2 ferns. Zach Galifianakis was here and roasted me. No, so just the one, right? Exactly. So what I did off stream was I got Cloudflare Workers working. We have a durable object, which is the storage mechanism that we're using in Cloudflare to store key value pairs, essentially, or a big JSON object. Actually, it's not key value pairs. It's a big JSON object. How long did that array take to build? Not the array. The part to understand Cloudflare Workers and durable objects, that took a little bit of time to understand. Which we started doing on stream last week, and then I fully got to this point off stream. So I don't know exact time, but probably like a few hours between stream time and personal time. Right, almost forgot what we did last week. I couldn't wait for it. Yeah, no worries, Releasy. Your name is in red and BioCow's name is in red, and it throws me off sometimes who's talking to me. And they're like very similar in length visually. Anyway, sorry. Just stream of consciousness, thinking out loud. So, what I did, using a little help from our AI friends, interesting for me, his is brown. Yeah, I don't know why. It shows red for me. I had built out a separate worker for the dictionary so that we can just call that from my website, clarkio.com/words on stream or whatever, WAS helpers, I think the full URL. So I got that all working, and what it does is it has a couple of endpoints. So the way a Cloudflare worker works and durable object works is, hey, Chris Jones, happy Friday, buddy. What's your win of the week if you got one to share? Yo. BioCow is pink for you, mate. Interesting. Yeah. Well, they both show up. I think Twitch just randomly assigns colors sometimes, depending on your settings. So we extend or implement rather a durable object, creating our own class. I created a word dictionary durable object, and that's based off of durable object namespace. I don't quite fully. It's a little bit disjointed to me in my understanding of how maybe some of you that are more familiar with Cloudflare Workers can help explain it and educate me on it. But the idea is a durable object is an object that like stays. They mean durable, meaning like it stays into existence. It gets stored. It doesn't just disappear when the worker stops running or things like that, right? And so in the durable object, I have a constructor. It keeps track of the state, the environment's working within, and then the words array, okay? And then it defines whether it's initialized or not. So when we first spin up this for the first time, it's going to initialize. It's going to try and get any existing words out of storage that it has via the state capabilities. State being this durable object state in the class constructor. And it will assign that to the words and then say that it's initialized, okay? And then we can skip over that for now. Then we have fetch. So it implements the fetch function, which can be on a durable object. And in there, this is where we're handling the request coming into the Cloudflare worker. at the worker level, right? So we handle an options request because I was running to some cores issues. So I set that up. That was a fun, that's probably, who was it? BioCow or at least he was asking me how long it took me. The part that slowed me down was cores because I had this like up and running with AI writing a lot of it for me and me reviewing it. I had a lot of it working, but I couldn't make a request when I was running my website on localhost and trying to access the Cloudflare worker running on my website, clarkio.com, under HTTPS. So it took a bit of time figuring out how to get that working quite right, but there was a lot of debugging in that, and even like telling AI about it, it came up with answers, but it didn't, those answers did not actually solve it. What ended up solving it, I think, was I had to go into the Cloudflare's dashboard and look at the logs of that to understand that the cores headers were not actually being sent for some of the HTTP verb request type. So it might have responded with the cores headers when an options request was coming back. For some reason, it wasn't happening with get or patch in that situation. So I had to add that in there to make sure it was happening all around. I might have it in too many places, to be honest with you all. But because I went, you could see I went hog wild and just added it everywhere. Also, I have it as star right now, but I need to like limit it to just my website moving forward. So in any case, once that was working, then I started getting into, okay, let me test it out. And I was using the REST client that I have, which may or may not. Why? How many times do I have to restart extensions and update GitHub Copilot chat? Holy guacamole, Batman. So what I can do with this, let's make this 2 now. This lets me make API requests directly from VS Code. I send the request and it gives me the response on the right hand side, 200. Okay. So in doing that, stop showing me this. In doing that though, I don't really want it to be able to send these. It needs to be a alphanumeric. No, not alpha. What's the alphabetical? No. Dang it. What's the word I'm looking for, chat? Where I only want to let lowercase and uppercase letters is basically it. JT says, wait. 122 into the stream, and we're looking at codes. Who are you, and what did you do with Clarkio L9? I know, JT. Chris Jones, win of the week. Where did I miss it? Where is it? Win of the week is a little delayed, but I now have a 9-day-old baby girl. What? What? Chris Jones, congrats to you and the fam. That's awesome. Woo. Is it your first? Is it your first kid, Chris Jones? Oh man, that's fantastic news. Thank you for sharing that. That's a really great win of the week to hear. Rugmat said it was alpha only. Yes, exactly, BioCow. That's the word I was looking for, alpha only. Congrats on the former parasite. Just what the world needs. More Chris Jones this Frackberg. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's awesome, Chris Jones. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you all. No, not the first. Have a 5.5-year-old boy. Okay, cool. Oh, so now you're evenly matched. Before, you know, you had 2 adults to handle the one child. Does your wife know? JK, congrats. Says JT. That's now, yeah. You've reached a significant milestone, Chris Jones. I wish you the best of luck to you and your other half on all that and going through the new baby stuff, and everybody stays happy and healthy. And that's just freaking awesome news. Thank you so much for sharing, Chris Jones. How are you not like passed out right now? You're here, functioning, playing Wordle and that kind of stuff. Mad props. All right, continuing on. So yes, you could see I don't want it to allow numbers, And we have, and then I also don't want to allow profanity. We have a profanity filter. There is logic in here. Chris was ahead of the curve on never sleeping. That was Frackberg. Oh, I didn't finish explaining here. So here's the actual like worker code. So the worker has a fetch function, which then this was me messing with cores, which then initiates the durable object. So it gets the durable object based on this name, ID from name, and then using that, it creates a stub, and then on the stub, you get access to the public functions of the class for that durable object. Is my very vague, very surface level understanding of durable objects in Cloudflare Workers, okay? This is a whole new paradigm for me that I'm figuring out, or I'm trying to understand. So, Chris Jones says, my employer gives me a full 6 months paternity leave with full pay / benefits, so that helps. Dang! Congrats on that, too. Shout out to your employer. Wowzers. Congrats. That's huge. That's huge. Holy cow. When you work and they are hiring. Where do you work and are they hiring, says BioCow. My boss, Chris, Coat with Sean says, rather, my boss wouldn't give a day off at all. He'd give me a cigar and that's it. I'm self-employed. There is that. Don't make me laugh. It makes me cough. It brings the cough out again. I'm just kidding. You can make me laugh. All right. So this is where we're picking up. So if you want, you can test out the filter with me. If you want to try and send API requests to clarkio.com/wasdictionary and we can see how things go. I don't know how I'm going to be able to delete anything that might be in there. So if I change this to a, make this a get and send that. Oops. End P, send that request. We do the get and we can see we get the 1 and the 2. Oops. From there. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. Yeah. Excuse me. Woo. Server timing. I'm just double checking what they're showing here. Redeemed, release the cough, 10,000 Bower Bones. Frackberg says, when my youngest was born, I got 8 hours unpaid time off. Right. Hey, times have changed, you know? In a good way. A whole 8 hours. Powcow says, I've never been more open to moving out of country. Yeah. Oh, excuse me, cat. Woo! I slept good last night, but I'm still behind on sleep, as you can imagine. All right, so let's work on this profanity filter and just filter in general. So, it tests. Look at this, right? Test. No, these are tests. Wait, what? If word. Oh yeah, this was me just trying to test it out, right? This is the thing about with a Cloudflare worker too, is it's kind of hard to test these things. I think I can run, if we do npm run, I forget how do you run these locally. Vaguely, it's been a few days, so I'm like out of context. All right, enjoy your meeting, Sean. Hope it goes well. We have dev, so we can like run it locally. npm run dev. And I feel like there should be logging that will happen here at least while we're doing this. Open dev tools. So if I press D, it's supposed to open up dev tools, but it's not doing any of that. But it's running on here. So I can do like the local version of this, and we can see there's nothing in that local version that I'm doing, right? That day off was 20 years ago next month. Dang. Also, dang, kids growing up fast, dude. Growing up fast. All right. If I try... Man, I'm going big time now. All right, let's change this to be the localhost version, which is going to be localhost 8787. 8787. And I do that. Let's see. Response. Oh, I did HTTPS. That's not going to work. There we go. Bad. Test case. Numbers are not allowed. Okay, so we got that. Client network socket disconnected. Da 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 da. Okay, yeah, it's because I tried doing it. Let's close this sidebar so we can see a little bit better. And oh, it logged it. Okay, it logged too. So where was that though? Right here. Yeah, test case. If word equals 1. Const test. Does 1 match non-letters? It says true. Okay, so it is doing that. So then why? So we check here, we do this, we do that. Check if the word contains spaces. Has non-letters. Only allow... So we're not doing anything to block that, though. Oh, if has non-letters, return... Oh, so here's what's happening. Why additional specific check for numbers for debugging? All right, let's get rid of this code. So we know that that was being reached, okay? So now if I try this again, I say send that request. Numbers are not allowed in words, okay? Where's that? Additional specific check for numbers for debugging. Did it log before that? The word. Where's word? Word 1 contains non-letters. True. So it came back true. This regex did come back. It did work, and it came back true. So if true, do that. So why is this working, but it's not working in the production version? BioCow has added a 2 near the 1. Oh my god. What? Frackberg says, yeah, got his license finally. I never have to leave the house anymore. Nice. BioCow added a 2? What you talking about, Willis? Do a get to HTTP s local host 8787. No, there's nothing there. Are you talking about the public one? Public one. No, nobody's messing with it right now. Thank you. So I feel like we can... What does this mean? Oh, D is checking for numbers. I did no such thing, says BioCow. Yeah. I think we can get rid of that then. Save this. Try this one again. Send the request. Only letters are allowed, right? That's cool. So that works. So if I go, I don't know, let's put in that word. See if it gets caught in the profanity check now. Word contains inappropriate content. So this is working. What about fart? Okay, fart got added. What about shart? Shart got added, so it's working. Oh, good. We almost had digital fisticuffs there. Or this is not. I meant Clarkio added a 2 to the hard-earned 1. I got you. All right, so let me try pushing these changes then, I guess. See, why is it telling me? And then I update. And then it's like restart extensions. And then like 5 minutes later, it's like, there's an update. Leave me alone with these updates. All right, I feel pretty comfortable with... we can exit this now. Words containing only letters are allowed. Try pushing this again. The profanity filter. GitHub updates are worse than Twitch ads. Why is that? What do you mean? So let's add these changes. What did I do here? Comment this out. Filter word. Put the cores in there and all that stuff. For now. Alright, I'm gonna say git add everything. Git commit -m. Add filter. Filtering. Push that, and then I don't think that will trigger a deploy because I haven't hooked it up, so I think I need to actually run npm run. What are the options again? Deploy. Npm run deploy. That, I'm just gonna hide screen just in case. Total uploaded. Lost dictionary worker uploaded 2.76 seconds. And it's deployed now. All right, so now, now if we try to go to the public one, let's switch back here. So if I get the public one, you should see the 1 and 2 still there probably. Yep. But if we try to add, let's say, let's do 3 this time, it should block it. Only letters are allowed. Okay, so I blocked that time. That's good. If I try to put in SHIT, word contains inappropriate content. All right, cool. So it's working. So now what I want to do is, well, there's a couple things I want to do from here, chat. I kind of want, so the idea behind this. So what sparked all this? Just to recap and get everybody back in the same context here. We had a word dictionary that we were using. Well, let's go back. Words on Stream. We play that game. And at the end of the round, a feature I wish the game had was it showed you what words you missed so that you can learn new words and start getting better at it. And so we built out a tool, or we built out that feature as part of the Words on Stream helper tool. And the way that worked was we had like a dictionary of English words that contained all kinds of words, not necessarily words that were in Words on Stream, although some people claim that to be the case when we checked on GitHub. Excuse me. But we found that to not really be a great approach. So instead, we came up with the idea, and I think there's a few folks here that like contributed to this as well. So shout out to you all, but I'm blanking on the names on who it was again. The idea was to listen to, basically while we play Words on Stream, add the words that Words on Stream we figure out at least into our dictionary, and then that will build up our own version or our own instance of the words that are part of the game, and we can leverage that as the dictionary that we check against for any words that we might miss. And so that's the end result we're going for here. So we built out the tool or the database in it, not a real database in the true sense of a database, but we built out a way of storing words as our word dictionary.
About to start in 2 minutes on Twitch.
Didn't we just have an ad like 10 minutes ago? Or is time just flying by for me? So we built this out. That's what we just did. I just added some filtering to it so that we make sure there's no profanity in it. And actually, to help out with that, by the way, in case you didn't notice, I'm using there's a service called Pergomalum. AI helped me find this service that like legitimately exist, and you can use their contains profanity service, pass in the text that's that you're testing it against, and it'll return true or false basically. So there's that. So that's how I'm doing that, because I originally started writing up a thing where I was going to do like my own profanity check, but there's so many ways that people could do that, like and so like it's better to rely on a service that's more robust of a solution, right? Last tab was 30 minutes ago. Okay, that makes sense, Rugmat. Should rename to contains offensive profanity.
An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Is profane. Yeah. Really says, imagine the next update of Copilot is done by Copilot alone. Yeah. I mean, we're probably. So that's how that's working, to check for profanity. And all right, so the idea then is, while we play the game through the helper tool, we'll add words to it. But the other thought I had over the weekend, or between last stream and this stream, was there's lots of Twitch streamers that just play words on stream 24/7. So what if I set up a tool that's just constantly listening for the correct words that are guessed in those, and like I can have that run for, I don't know, several days or more to get like that initial base of a database going, and then we have a good starting point. So my thought was, maybe I build out a Cloudflare worker that does that connects to, this is the thing, I don't know if a Cloudflare worker can do this. Like, because it seems like Cloudflare workers spin up, they're like functions. They're like serverless functions, right? What is a Cloudflare worker? A serverless platform for building, deploying, scaling apps. You're right. So they spin up and spin down, right? So I would need a server. I need to deploy a server that is connecting to a particular, or I just leave my browser open. I could do that too, right? If I build it out, that's probably the quickest and easiest way for me to do this. So what the next step, the natural next step, before even getting to that point though, is I need to open up the words on stream tool in my website. I'm gonna get that set up really quick and have it like build out the functionality that talks to this dictionary now and uses the dictionary basically. So that's what we're gonna do now. What are my changes? Load Watts dictionary. Yeah, we started working on this a little bit last stream, or a previous stream. I'm going to step away for a minute, actually. Ads over? Okay. I'm going to set up words on stream so that y'all can start playing that while I step away for a moment. And then load up. The mirror link is still the same. Let me get it though. Copy that, drop it in the chat, and pin it. boom, 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 boom. Get it set up here so you can see it here too. Guess I gotta make it smaller, huh? That fits better. All right. I'll be right back, chat. All right, chat. Nice. Getting to level 8. I am back. All right. Keep playing. This is good. This is good. Let me get the local one running. npm run dev on this. No clears, huh? I watched Flight of the Navigator recently. Holds up. I don't know if I've seen that one. Alright, we got that running. Let's go here. For a refresher on this. Oh, of course. Now it's going to be like, cannot connect. No, no connecting. Error connecting to the WAS server. It's because the bot, let me, if I switch categories. Hey, Rugmat, can you update your bot so that, when I'm in software and game development category 2, it still works? I'm not using GraphQL. It's either Twitch chat that I embed in here that's loading up, or the words on stream game, because I have it so that you can play. Basically, you can go to my website and play entirely from my website if you wanted to. You tell it which Twitch channel you want to go to in the URL here. Move over like that, and then you put in the mirror link for that person. But you see, I have chat false. If I change it to true, you'll be able to see the Twitch chat. Right, you see Twitch chat a little bit there. And then I can also, where is it? You could turn the board on too. I don't know if you remember. Board true. And what that does is it puts, so you basically get everything all in one place. And you avoid the ads too that way. While you have the stream open. So, hello. But you have to sign in. Hello? Yeah, you have to log in to this Twitch chat this way. There. So anyway, that's why that happens, or at least see. But I gotta figure out a way to get past this whole situation where it cannot connect to the words on stream. Boy thinks I trust anything with login with Twitch. I mean, it'll straight. You can look at the source code. It's up on my website. Look, I'll show you all the source code for this. I'm using Twitch's embedded technique for it. Here's the source code if you want to look at it yourself, or at least see. And you come in source, you go into pages and WAS helper, and in here we have the Twitch chat widget iframe. Okay, and then all that's doing is it's the way that Twitch tells me to embed the chat from their documentation. So, and that happens from once the content loads, the URL, yeah, URL parameter has chat. We check to make sure that it is, and then if this chat is enabled, then it basically just sets it to display. And then, so the reason why the source is blank is Twitch has a certain embed or source, right? Let's just go to Twitch chat embed. Embedding Twitch chat. Embedding just chat. So it's like this, look. And I believe I'm dynamically adding that because, so I set the source to nothing because I need to know who the channel is for. And then I update that URL based on the channel that you decide to input into it. So the source code should be when you say which chat channel to connect to. Yeah, here we go. We set the source based on the URL parameters. That's the board iframe, but then there's the one for the Twitch chat. If it has a Twitch channel in it, it gets that, and then updates the source based on the Twitch channel name. Well, this type of ad is news to me. I didn't know Twitch adds a rectangle near the stream. Poor US people. Oh, when it goes up in the top right? All this time I'm talking to you, Roy Lacey, and you're in an ad. Dang it. Is the ad still going? Nice job getting the level 12, chat. No, not that one. Oh, okay. So anyway, this is what I'm talking about. So it's Twitch that's asking you to log into Twitch in order if you want to chat in the chat room and send your answers in. So the stream just moved slightly to the side and a square ad showed up as if you were on a random website. Oh, the side panel? I got you. And you said, yeah, it makes sense. Okay, cool. Well, I just wanted to like help you understand that. I think you know I'm not trying to do anything malicious or suspicious or nutritious. So, all right, can we get this to freaking load though? Yeah, WAS connection timeout. Here we go again. You freaking kidding me with this? Why does Words on Stream got to do this to me? WAS dictionary loaded though. Connected to the Twitch chat, not connected to Words on Stream. Stop it from running. All right, in the meantime, let's missing words. URL, that's the dictionary. We get the dictionary. We need a means to be able to add so I'm gonna say ooh, missing words though. Load WAS dictionary. I need, maybe we change this to WAS words instead of WAS missing words. I assume you're going to reset the database on Cloudflare Workers since the 1 and the 2. Yeah, I just don't know how to do that just yet. Other than probably enabling the delete verb on the API, because there's no means, at least from what I've seen on the Cloudflare dashboard, to manage the durable object directly. Yeah, I'm just being sure in case I add something random. Yeah, go for it. You're welcome to mess with it right now. Level 12 complete. Nice job, chat. All right, so I feel like I should maybe, is it telling me? Look at this again. Oh, I can't show you. You don't see it. Right here. Right here. Look. Oh, it's telling me to restart the extension because there's an update to GitHub Copilot chat, and it's telling me to update again. I can't stand these little notification bubble things. It's like a weird OCD that I have where I want to clear them all the time. And I keep doing the update. I keep doing restart extensions, and it still freaking comes back every 10 minutes telling me there's an update or something. Is this stuff bugged or something? Can you change the settings? What do you mean? Maybe it's not updating correctly. Probably BioCal. Roy says, though, been a while since I see someone use methods other than get and post. Well, yeah, because post, I'm not creating a new durable object. I'm updating the existing durable object. You know what I mean? Like if it was a true table and I'm adding a new word to the table, like a new row for that word, then yeah, we would be doing a post, but we're patching. We are patching, my friend. Yes. Smoothie time. No. Well, kind of. It's not a smoothie. It's protein. Protein. You're also using option, very uncommon. Well, I threw that in there. I explained that one. No, remember? I threw that in there because I was worried. I was not worried. I was fumbling around debugging cores issues. And I was, part of what was making me fumble around is I was trying to find a means to, like, at the Cloudflare dashboard level, just be like, hey, enable cores for this this durable object in Cloudflare Worker, but you have to manually do it in the code for the Cloudflare Worker to set up the options. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, very uncommon. I like it. Okay. Oh, it showed up again. Now I can send a screen. What showed up again? Oh, I was trying to help. Is Rugmat still there, by the way? The weird add method on the side. Check Discord for 2 seconds if you have that open. I do have it open. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of odd. But it's, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I like that a bit better because then you get to still watch the stream and pay attention to what's going on. You know? I kind of am okay with Twitch doing that approach to showing ads. I thought I saw the gear / icons / settings about the update button. Oh, this is what you're talking about? Right there, that gear. I click on that. And it does not seem to have options to, I mean, I can disable it. I don't want to disable it. I want to use it. That's about it. Yeah, fair. It's pretty nice. Just surprising. Yeah, stack gear. Okay, got you, May. Yeah, it's a new feature they announced. Okay, cool. It only happened once you got on US VPN. All right, I want to. Holy moly, what was that about? What was that for, Sean? For the lulz? You got me. All right, final missing words, possible words. I need to like add words. Add words. So my thought process is not doing it after every word, but at the end, there's a certain event that happens in the WAS.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, TypeScript Tea Time.
Hey, TypeScript Tea Time. Good to see you. Welcome in. How's your week? What's your win of the week if you got one to share? I think level results will show. I need to turn this on so I can log. Well, I can't log it. You know why? Because it won't connect. Can't even test it out. BM run dev. Come on. Work, would you? Refresh. Come on. Come on. Don't give me the WAS timeout stuff. Please. Please just let me connect to the WAS WebSocket. To show you, Roy Lacey, that it's not me using GraphQL. When I click on this, we can see that JavaScript code is coming from Twitch, actually. Assets.twitch.tv. So it's Twitch that's using GraphQL. Nope, timeout. Still timing out. This really like hinders my development capabilities when I can't connect to the dang WebSocket. And I wish it would like give me more details as to why. Maybe we look into that. Twitch is using every way of transport possible, it seems. Yeah. It didn't take nipple. Remove word nipple. I mean, nipple's a fair word. It's not a profane word. Okay. It's here. Where am I doing this? Oh, it's IO. Yeah, right. Where? Right. So right here, we're setting up the WebSocket. Auto reconnect, reconnection true. Just keep trying. It's every second, maybe. Maybe we change that to be like every 30 seconds or 20. Let's do 25 maybe. Reconnection delay max. Timeout after 20 seconds. No, we need a timeout after like. Maybe we just need to wait longer. Maybe that's part of the problem. Let's try going for 60 seconds. That's 6. That's 60. So it'll time out after a minute.
Start in 2 minutes.
Maybe if we wait for it to try and connect longer. More ads. Types for Tea Time win of the week. I rediscovered how great the OST of The Sims 1 is. What's OST? Hey, congrats on that though. Frank! Bonjour, hi. Welcome in, Frank. How you holding up, man? You doing good? Still in good spirits? What's happening? Do you have a win of the week, maybe? Official soundtrack. Ah, okay. So the official soundtrack. You rediscovered how great it is. I got you. TypeScript Tea Time also said, if there are multiple max letter words, which one should it pick? I think in this case, it's switched from remote to meteor, which both have 6 letters. It goes based on whatever is the most.
About to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Twitch, you're really pissing me off today. TypeScript Tea Time, it updates to whatever is the most recently guessed big word when it has multiples like that, multiple max letter words. I could change it to where it doesn't do that, but I kind of like it because then it gives my brain like a fresh perspective on the letters to use. You know what I'm saying? So. Snooze. Thank you, Sean. Then it works as expected. Yep. All right, so I think maybe messing with the connection on the WebSocket settings here. I think I need to change this to like maybe that. Transports WebSocket. Where's the error one? And then there's the general WAS connection error and WAS socket error. What was the... Oh, it's connected now. All of a sudden, it's just connected. Are you freaking... I'm not even running it. This freaking thing. How did it just all of a sudden start connecting? It was saying timeout 10 times, and then it finally connected. And now it's going to do it again. Damn it. Maybe it replicated itself? Maybe. Let me see. Oh, it says game connected right there. All right, so it didn't time out. Oh, 12. This is what I wanted to see. The event. Does it show all the words that were guessed correctly? At the end of a... At the end. Ranking. No. So all this stuff, when it shows ranking and ranking turn, it's for individual scores.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Chris Funk 21.
What's up, Chris Funk? Good to see you. Happy Friday. So I think I have to do it on every correctly guessed word. I have to send it to the dictionary. I thought I could batch it, you know? Like I thought at the end of a round, I can capture all of the correctly guessed words and then send that to the dictionary. But it seems I'm gonna have to listen to event type 3, which is when a correct word is guessed. Take the letters, stitch them together, and then send that off to the API. Riley says, if you're talking about slots when it's question mark rounds, the slots turn back question mark, question mark, question mark. That's a good point too. If we get to the bigger, higher levels, oh, we need to test that out. I gotta double check. I gotta double check that. There's something else, right? Chris Funk had 2 win of the weeks. 1, got back from a great vacation with my wife. Nice, congrats on that. And 2, we're picking up our newest 4-legged member of the family this weekend. Ooh, congrats. I'm assuming dog? Maybe cat? Congrats on that. And thank you for sharing, Chris Funk.
And ad is about to start in 2 minutes on Twitch.
All right, so event type 4 shows this, right? And it just shows people's scores. So at the end of a round, it's not giving me the correct words. Yikes. What about, wasn't there event type 11? What does that do? No. Was it 12 maybe? Event type 12? Where it reveals the words? Ugh. Yeah, this is not gonna work. All right, we gotta keep working our way up, chat. Keep working our way up levels. We need to get to level where the answers are hidden. Event 12 is the batch slots, but yeah.
Ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Has the question mark issue, right? We have enough geckos around here in Texas, don't need one as a pet. It's a dog? Okay, cool. Chris Fung. 4-legged child, Cobotron. That'd be a funny coincidence, right? Chris Jones and then Chris Funk. Chris Jones came in earlier, Chris Funk, and said that one of his win of the weeks is he's having a baby, or just had a baby 9 days ago. So it would have been funny if you were like, yeah, my 4-legged pet. It's a kid. Rugmat bot is not working because I'm not in the right category. I was hoping if Rugmat comes back, if anybody sees Rugmat again in the chat again, ask him to enable this category too for his bot. Thought I would get one more word in the end there. All right, next level 12. Let's go. Let's go.
The ad is starting now and will go for 90 seconds. Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Nightbot.
What's this last word? Oh, this is gonna be tough. I didn't think about this ahead of time, chat. As we get to the higher levels, we're never gonna gather those words, really. Yes, we will. Because instead of me listening to the words on stream events, I need to listen to whenever I put a correct word in the words list. That's it. That's all I gotta do. I have an event for that. What am I thinking? Duh. No. So we don't need to get to the higher level. We can ignore the WAS WebSocket. Instead, we need to, whenever a new update correct words display, boom, with the word right here. Whenever that gets called, when are we calling that? Right here. Update game state. Add to the correct words list. Yeah. This is it. If hit max. Yada 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 yada. Yada 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 yada. When playing, if we get stim, can we use all possible letters from correctly guessed words? Yeah, find potential hidden letters. Potential. Oh my gosh, we got so much logic in there, huh? Maybe update correct words displayed. Basically, before we call that, or after we call that, we could say this dot update WAS dictionary with the word, right? We don't have that, so let's go implement that. And I want to implement that in. We're gonna rename this to WAS words. WAS words, yeah. Rename that to WAS words. That should update all of the imports for it. And instead of that, instead of this, we're gonna say like that. And then we're gonna create a function from WAS words. Update WAS dictionary. We're gonna call it that. And then we're gonna create that function. And we're gonna say, oh, that kind of startled me a little bit. We're gonna export async function. Update WAS dictionary. Bada bing, bada boom, right? And it's going to take in a word, and it's going to be a string, and then we need to make a patch. Oh yeah, we should do that. WAS dictionary push. No. We need to make a patch request. So let's put this in here. Make a patch request to this. Using the word, word parameter. Word parameter value received, and the function is called. The API is expecting the JSON, expecting a JSON object in the format of this word, and then value. Right? Is that what we have? Yes, word value. Well, not that, but let's see what it does. You were distracted, BioCow? It's okay. Do you have a batch update on Cloudflare Workers? I do not. I guess I should start helping you. Look like you need my help, says Captain. Let's look at this code. So we got a fetch to the URL, method patch, JSON stringify the word. If response not okay, throw a new error. Otherwise, successfully updated that. Yep. And then, well, what I should also do is what it suggested to do, right? Like, we're gonna say this dot wasp dictionary. Nope. Dot push that word onto it, right? So that it stays locally ready in memory. Actually, the response.json is gonna be the full WASP dictionary, so I don't know. That should be fine though. Is this working? Is it running? No auth? That doesn't seem secure. Correct. There is no auth right now. Well, how am I going to enforce auth right now, Sean? It's definitely something that's crossed my mind, okay? But if all of this helper runs in the client, I can't stick the auth credentials in the client. You know what I'm saying? Beats me. I haven't thought about it. Right. So what I need to do if I want to get really secure is I need to actually have, I mean, either way, this is going to be the case, right? I could potentially set up a separate server that I auth into, and then and only then, if it's me that's playing the game using the helper tool, will it add words to it. You know what I'm saying? I could potentially do that. I could do that. I could do like, yeah, I could do like an OAuth flow where I sign in with Twitch into this helper tool. And then if the request, I can have the Cloudflare worker check like that header to see which Twitch user that is, to get the username from the Twitch API. And then if that is from me, or like a Twitch account that I deem as trusted, like an allow list, then I'll let the words go in, right? I guess I could do that. It doesn't really prevent abuse, but it's better than nothing. Yeah. I like that idea because that'll give me some fun experimenting and experiencing setting up OAuth with Twitch on my website too, which I've been kind of wanting to do. Why are we having trouble? Error updating WASP dictionary. What's the error there? Cannot read properties of undefined reading WASP dictionary. Oh, did I do that wrong? Clear! Hey, we got a clear. That's the first clear today. Oh, I don't need to do this. I need to just say WASP dictionary. That's fine. All right, let's see. This should start working now. If it connects, that is. It seems like setting the timeout to be longer has helped it to allow it to actually connect. Oh, I can do it in a batch now. I'm thinking about it. I can do it in a batch. Since we keep in memory the correct words list. Where is it? Current level correct word somewhere, right? Current level letters, current level correct words. So I can just grab that, and instead of updating the dictionary every word, that would be a better way to do it. Let's test this out though. Once I want to see if it works. Oh, connection timeout error. Yeah, well, yeah, you show them at the end where you show the missed words. Right, exactly. Royally see. So I can just do it then. So I assume you have a variable that has that. Yes, I do. Well, I just showed you. It's current level correct letters, current level correct words rather, right there. So I can just grab that before I clear it and then send that off to the dictionary. No, we're not talking about sending the missed words, May. Sorry, misspoke there. Missed the stream delay. Yeah. It eventually has to connect, right? Come on, connect to the WAS server, please. We want chair. I appreciate that TypeScript tea time, but I don't have the stream hooked up to be able to do that. I mean, I could walk away. You need to spend some channel points. If you want to spend some channel points, I need to give you better options to spend channel points. Use it on matrix movement or things like that. Make me drink water. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you your points back for that, though. Lost timeout again. Come on, please connect. Just connect to the dang server. You did it before.
He wants you to stare into their soul.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, stare. I don't know, I can't. Now my eyes are feeling super itchy today. I'm not able to stare that long, or at least see. While it connects here. Oh, that was probably the longest I could go there. Connection timeout.
Zian08 wants you to stretch.
All right, we'll stretch. Everybody stretch with me. Arms out, parallel to the floor. Thumbs up. Pull them back behind your back. Rotate the thumbs down. Oh, yeah. One more time. Rotate the thumbs down. All right, shake it out. Shake it out. Carpal tunnel. You're going to put your hands back to back. Oh, I got scared for a second. I'll be right back, Jack. Oh, hold on. Connection timeout. Connection error timeout. So I ran away like that because we got a message from the kid's school, and I can't turn this off. I really want to turn this feature off on iOS where it summarizes messages, but it just said something like fell at playing kickball, hit their head, and concussed. And I was like, oh shit, that might be my kid. Connection put in the corner timeout, yeah. And it turns out it was like my kid's teacher. She's okay, apparently. My kid's okay, and the teacher's okay. But she got hurt. The teacher got hurt. Still not good. Still a scary thing to like see a text message about summarized. So it freaked me out.
Joining today, Janice Q7.
What's up, Yanni? I know, right, bro? What a summary. Like, I thought I turned off that feature where it summarizes text messages. I don't. It's still showing though, like in the notifications preview. Is it something in notification? Yeah, summarize notifications is off. In general, do I have to do it on the messages app? Does anybody know how to turn this thing off? I don't really like that feature. It doesn't serve me well. These summaries are going to cause broken relationships and things like that. Beats me. I have an Android phone. I mean, fair enough. Summarize messages. Okay, I just turned that off. Maybe that'll do it. That was in the messages configuration, or settings rather. Hopefully that'll turn it off. True is last name for one Danish hockey player. Is it really? Have you been following hockey, NHL, Yanni? Where's, isn't there somebody in the chat that's an Oilers fan? Who was that? Who's the Oilers fan? Notification settings, May. Yeah, I got the so there's like settings for notifications where you turn it off, but then you have to specifically go into the messages settings and turn off summarize messages, I think. We'll see if that works for me. Ignoring files? You can configure Git to ignore files you don't want to check into GitHub. Yeah, wait, the Git ignore? .git ignore? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, git info exclude. I didn't know that. Can you do it globally? If you don't want to create a git ignore file to share with others, you can create rules that are not committed with the repository. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that either, Sean. Shared this in our Discord. See, the thing is, I feel like you should have a git ignore just to be safe for anybody that clones a repository locally and they start setting up env files, for instance, and then they don't have a local git ignore. Or they don't have a global git ignore type of thing or exclude going on. You know what I'm saying? So, just my 2 cents. All right, can this thing connect, please? Oh, my lord. What happened here? Why is it so big? I zoomed in. That's why. This won't connect either. Son of a gun. I'm waiting longer. Let's stop this. Or maybe if I just go back to coding again, it'll just randomly start working. To be fair, I hate global options, so I'm very against this. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I need to test this. I need it to connect to the server so that I can actually start testing this. You pain in the butt. Words on Stream socket server, WebSocket server. Can you please just let me connect? That's not a global option, really. See, it's for you yourself within a specific repo. Yes, it does say within your root of your Git repository. Any rule you add here will not be checked in and will only ignore files for your local repository. It sent a few words if no one else did. Oh, it worked? I think it worked previously. Because if we go to clarkio.com/wasp dictionary. Oh yeah, we got it. We got samesies, flan, lane, logging, going, lingo. So I think that was from the previous, when it was connecting before. I'm gonna like close it completely and reopen it. What do you mean you tried, May? Oh, same Z's as mine. The other ones I haven't seen. I was testing if I could have duplicates. Gotcha, okay. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Connection timeout or what? What's going on? Timeout. I think one of the other ways I did this was I clear site data, close this completely, and let's just not run anything. You tried a lot of words in the last game and none took. Right, because it wasn't, because I'm still getting the connection error right now, May. Beat me to it, Koba-chan. No op. Peon. Peons. Nice, May. Alright, npm run dev.
An ad is about to start.
Oh, an ad, you say, Twitch? Get out of here. Alright. Please, for the love of God, work. WASP dictionary loaded 1 word. So that's because it's loading the local dictionary right now, too. The fact that it didn't load level 1 right away means it didn't. It's just going to connection timeout again. Clear. Yeah, I agree, Release. I didn't change anything.
An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
What if I try to connect to somebody else that's playing Words on stream right now instead of my own? I might check into that. They share the mirror link is part of the problem sometimes. I'm surprised because I'm connected to it and it's working fine. I don't know what causes me to get this timeout error. I'm not sure what it is. It's really it really slows me down. It's frustrating. No, there's no key.
The ad is starting now and will go for 90 seconds.
Where the heck was it again? So this is how I'm setting up the connection. I'm using Socket.io, which is a very common. Hey, Royalisi, can you double check your code maybe? Is there something different in how you're initiating the connection to the WebSocket than how I'm doing it maybe? But auto connect true. Transports WebSocket. They have a query though. Based on game ID, game code. Force new. Maybe that's the problem. Force new. I'm looking at the words on stream code, but those shouldn't matter. Well, I don't have force new and randomization factor. I feel maybe force new was the thing, the differentiator. I don't know. We'll see. Let me try it out now. There's gotta be something I'm doing that's like a problem. Besides timeout, what are you looking for? I'm trying to, I mean, what normally happens is what we see, like you see, I'll get the level number and I'll see that the game is running and we're following along with the words on stream game progressing through the round. But because it tries to connect and then there's no response that it's getting back from the words on stream WebSocket server in time, I guess, it fails and times out. And so then we can't actually listen to anything. It's not letting us connect, or it's just delaying us, or I don't know if it's like rate limiting us or something, you know? Maybe because I already have a connection from this that's running here, you know what I mean? Like from my IP address or something like that. Maybe it's detecting that. Clarkio banned. I don't know that it's not that I'm banned. It's that I think it might detect that I already have an existing connection. But I mean, what's the difference if I open up a new browser tab to the same words on stream, which I can do, and it works, you know? So I don't understand the difference really. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is like maybe there's something I'm doing. It's something with the query, I feel like, that is making it different. Because looking at their code, like even on a reconnect attempt, where is it? On a reconnect attempt. So it's like this, let's put it, disconnect on connection error. So this dot wassocket dot on reconnect underscore attempt. This is in their code on their front end. They do something around this. They go io.options. This dot wassocket dot options dot io dot options dot query equals the game code. Attempting to reconnect to WAS game. Need more peeps. I'm running 2 clients currently. Doesn't seem to matter. Really? Again, so this, what's differing from you? Do you even have a timeout option? Peeps and bot to work. I mean, the only way the bot's going to work is if I switch categories. But I want to stay in software and game development right now. So we really need Rugmat to come back and tell him to set up his bot to work in this category too. Oh, we got an error. Found game code. Yeah, where am I getting game code from? Oh, that's why. I mean, it is responding within 10 seconds to no timeout. So no timeout is triggered anyway. Yeah. I wonder if I just get rid of all this. Auto reconnect true. Just straight up do it like that. What if I do like a private, open a guest profile, or no, if I open it up in print, private, will that connect? Yes, look, it like instantly connects. Something to do with like this instance of my browser, maybe? Oh, look at that. It's saying attempting to reconnect. Don't attempt to reconnect. Just give me this private version. All right. This should work now. Updated dictionary successfully with word flop. All right, it's working. It's working. We need to see for sure though that it's working. Let's refresh this. Yep, we got flop, we got flip, we got clop. All right, it's working. All right, note to self, and you all remind me of this. Just open it up in a private browser. That's the best way for me to do it. You know? That seems to get me past it. I don't know what it is. All right, next round. Let's keep playing. Let's keep adding to this dictionary chat. Just changing, like opening up a private instance, not changing tabs. I had to open up like incognito mode, basically. Projects. Did it get added though? Updated dictionary with word project. Yeah. Let's go, chat. Let's go. .com/wasdictionary. Look at that. Yes. Keep it going. Look at all these words we're getting now. All right, so the next step is going to be change it to batch add at the end of the round. Ooh. Yeah, why not? I was thinking, like, do we want more real time? Do we want it working in real time? I mean, the current words are guessed, and since we use dictionary for missed words, they aren't all that useful. Right. It's not useful right now. We got to keep playing so that we can add to this. Although I got to somehow figure out how to delete those and samesies. But we're building the words on stream dictionary. We're doing it. We're doing it, chat. It's working. No, I mean the life update. The life update isn't all that useful. The life update. Yeah. Oh, live. The live update isn't all that. Okay. Sorry. It was going over my head. Not clicking for me. Really. Sorry. Yeah. We just got to play a lot. We got to keep playing. Cake. Pace. Cape. Capuchin. Cupcake. All these words should be getting added now. Yes. 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 More words. Give us all the words. All the words, please.
Oh snap, there goes the chat.
Heyo.
Underscore just raided with 18 odd ones. Oh snap. Underscore just raided us with 18 viewers. Oh snap. Underscore just raided
What'd you
us
put
with
in?
18 viewers. Welcome in and thanks for joining.
All the words.
ARO_.
Thanks, Roy Lisi. Welcome in, Raiders. Happy to have you here. Ayo, thank you for yet another raid. Appreciate you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great stream. I'm sure you did. And welcome in, Raiders. If you're new here, I am Clarkio, your host. You're tuning in at just the right time because we just got the functionality set up where we have a Cloudflare worker with durable objects, so to store data for us, basically. The durable object is a list of words, strings, okay? And basically what we're doing is we're playing the words on stream game so we can build up the words that are used in the game, and then that will give us a better dictionary to use for determining words that we missed in a round. So a feature that I have as part of this helper tool that's next to me is to identify when you don't clear the board, when you don't get all the words on the board for that level, you want to learn the words, right? You want to understand what you're missing out on, what you're not thinking of. And maybe it's a word you never heard of, so you're going to learn a new word. Well, how are you going to do that if it never shows you what word you missed? So that's what we're trying to... We had a feature like that working. However, it was based on a dictionary, like a general English dictionary, and not all those words are necessarily used in words on stream. So I built out this to start aggregating, gathering up the words that are actually used that we guess correctly. And then we can use that as the actual dictionary to determine missing words as this gets more full, right? Like we have a very limited set of words right now. But as we keep playing the game and as I like connect it to other people that maybe play words on stream 24/7, it can gather all the words that players are guessing in that stream and add to the dictionary further, right? So that's the idea. So we're working on that, and I just got it fully working now, actually, where it was adding the word successfully. So that's what you're tuning into. If that interests you, hang out, play words on stream with us. If not, thank you for joining on the raid. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. Okay. It just took opening things in an incognito window. True. That was part of the problem. Stream was good. A lot of icon making today with a lot of chatting. Awesome to hear. Thanks again for the raid, AO. Sean, you enabled that word. Did it actually show up in words on stream though? Doesn't look like it. All right, what letters do we have? Vinyl? Does that work? Cynical. Nah, okay. V is fake, and I'm using V. Calcium? Clinically? Clinical. Clinic? Cane? Lane. Uh-oh. 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 Ooh. Clan? Alright, we just gotta keep playing. We just need more words. We don't know any missing words. We don't know missing words yet. Let's restart. Oh, Rugmat, you're back. Rugmat, can you enable Rugmat bot to work whether I'm in the words on stream category and software and game development? You said it is. It's enabled for both? So if I do blah. Okay, it's working. All right, thank you, Rugmat. Appreciate that. Because I want to be able to stream in software and game development while people do. Well, right now it doesn't matter. Okay, it's always on. Yes, but it won't always repeat the word when I do the less than symbol unless I'm in the words on stream category usually, I thought, right? You're in just chatting though. Am I? No, I'm in software and game development. You might need to update or refresh your page. No, we're in software and game dev, yeah. Currently streaming software and game development for 18 viewers. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it might be. Yeah, for now, I just turned it on manually. Okay. Thanks, Rugmat. But yeah, if you ever get around to it, if you could add the software and game development category to enable it too, if you're not around, so that because folks have gotten used to your Rugmat bot helping out with words on stream when we don't have a lot of people playing. So it's very useful to us, and we appreciate you. What are some more words? Okay. I'm struggling today with the words. We are not dependent on Rugmat. We are dependent on Rugmat bot. Yeah. Smirt. All right, Sean, have a good rest of your Friday and weekend, buddy. Appreciate the support. My bot on the same net as me receives messages faster than you. Really? Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. Hey, yo.
We're going deeper.
We're going deeper. D's. I was making up a word there. I didn't know that. What the heck? Roy Lacey, why are you repeating everybody's message? Tell your bot to chill. Hey, yo. Man, what were those words? We'll never know. CD Lamb. What was that command, Rugmat? Your bot checks padlocks too. So if it's locked out, it won't guess again.
We're going deeper. We're going deeper. Hey, yo. We're going deeper. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. We're going deeper. Hey, yo. We're going deeper. Hey, yo.
Come on, let's get it clear, chat. Come on.
We're going deeper.
5-letter word. Let's go.
Hey, yo.
Baited. Clear. Nice job, chat. Nice job. We got all the words on that one.
We're going deeper.
An ad is about to start in 2 minutes on Twitch.
Oh yeah, you can do that, or at least see. But you should check if Rugmat bot is locked too, right?
An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Okay, here.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, fair enough, Releasy.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Chevywood _.
Hey, Chevy Wood. Happy to have you here.
The ad is starting now and will go for 90 seconds.
Thanks, Bauco. Nice chat. 2 levels. 2 levels. We're doing good. We're inching there. We're inching up the levels. Getting more words. Let's see how many words we're at. Yeah. Look at all these words we got. We got all the words. Roy Lacey did that, though. We'll keep playing until we lose, chat, and then I'm gonna call it for today, okay? Triathlon? Notion? Low? No. Nation? It's all 5-letter words too, that's the thing. Triathlon? I don't know, what does that mean? Triathlon? I don't know. L's about to be fake. You think so? Hidden letters B. Bath lotion. B-A-T-H. Bath lion? I can't even think of a word. Bloat. Boat. Oh. Yeah, that was a tough one. What? I want to see what words you can make with these letters. Anagram solver. Biathlon. I thought I had tried that. I said diathlon. Hobnail. Let me look. Albino, bonita, Latino, obtain. Oh. I mean, I guess I can add these words, right? Was there an 8-letter? Your overlay has a few words. Oh, did it guess? Right there? What does it say? I can't see it. Baton, biota, habit, howlin, albino, Latino, obtain. What was the big word, though? I know what you can spell with that. Rigged. Oh, let me get this to stop. Don't, no autopilot. Whew, close one. So was there an 8-letter one? I guess let me look back at the stream. How many letters is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. All right, so we can add biathlon. I'm going to manually do this. I'm going to add these words from Anagram Solver for that one. Oops, I didn't mean to click it. I just want to copy it. Nope. Nope. Yep. Biathlon. Ooh, I don't have it set up to be an array yet. Biathlon. All those? Not all on that page might be in WASP dictionary though. Right. Well, there was only one 8-letter one, so I can pretty definitively say that that's a correct one, right? So we can add that in there. All right, so that got added in. What else? Was there a 7-letter one? Let's go back. Nope, not here. Flashbang. Yes, there was a 7-letter one, but we don't know which one. There's 2 options. There's bitonol and hobnail. What are you using for those live requests from editor? Damn, I am using is I love it. Let me make this smaller so you can see. Oh, that's not the one I meant. REST client. There's a couple options for this, but there's a couple of VS Code extensions that do this, but I like REST client. I've just gotten so used to it. Thunder client's really nice. That's one of the more popular ones too. Thunder client. So I would choose either between REST client or Thunder client if I were you. Thunder client has like a UI to it even, but sometimes I don't want a whole UI. Like, you see this? This is really nice. Like, it's a whole... it kind of reminds me of Postman inside of here. In fact, I think Postman even has an extension. Yeah, they do. This is Postman's extension, which is very similar. Keeps a collection of requests and stuff like that. So you can go full bore like that, or like I just try to keep it as simple as possible. And like this allows me to just construct it. The one problem I have though is I constantly forget how to construct, like what's the format it's expecting. And then actually if you put little hashtags above them, I think, let's say 2, 1, sometimes there's a little, I might have turned it off actually, but there's a little button that you can press that shows up above it, basically like a little URL that says send request that will show up above it. The other thing you can do is like I could save this as a .http file, and then let's do new file test.http, and then I can put all these inside of that, and like the REST client, no, that's what it is. See, that's what I was talking about right there. Send request. See, so it like knows that it can, and I can click on that, and then the right hand side it shows the result of that request. It's a really cool extension. You got to head out, Coach On. Have a good weekend. You too, Coach On. Appreciate you. Have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. Thank you for the support and being here and playing the game with us. Abaco says, right, can do biathlon, of course. There was only one 7-letter word, though. Right. And there's 2 options that you can make, 2 7-letter words that you can make with those letters. And so I can't add those necessarily because I don't know for sure, right? Or at least it says, I have insomnia, self.
Ayako wants you to hydrate.
Thank you, Abaco. JT says, Thunder Client got weird where I couldn't add a new request without paying. No. Okay, yeah. That might have been why I stopped using them as well. It's been a while. Release, do you have Insomnia self-built? If I wanted full UI. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, I want the in-editor thing whilst typing. I'll check that first one out. Yeah, I like this one because it just kind of, again, the only hurdle I run into, like it's usually pretty quick for me, especially when I'm like frequently using it. You know, like on a project like this where I'm constantly doing this type of thing, and then I'll just remember and I just copy paste basically what I've already set up. But like when I haven't done it in a while, then it becomes a little bit of a slowdown because then I gotta look it back up again. but it takes 2 seconds, you know? So, but there's a couple different ways you can do it, obviously. You can make an HTTP file, you can do just an empty text file like this, an untitled tab, and then I highlight which one I want to do, and I do Control-Shift-P, and I say REST client send requests like that. See? That's generally how I do it. But I think there's way more features to it that I...
Come in and thanks for joining today, Chunky_Rooster.
What's up, Chunky Rooster? You've been using HTTP YAC and making HTTP files for simple requests. Okay, nice. I haven't heard of that one. This is what I was making a mistake on. It looks like I need to separate by 3 hashes. Oops, where is it? Like that. In order for it to be... So if I do 1, 2, 3, that's 1 request. 1, 2, 3, that's another request. 1, 2, 3, that's another request. So if I take... Oh, and let's do this last one too. If I do this, and then I take all this and put it in a new HTTP file, temp.http, and paste it in there. Now you can see that it has this send request annotation above each one. So it knows that's a separate request each time. So it's just a matter of getting familiar with the features in it. It also supports authentication, or, you know, like it does a lot of, it can also do dynamic variables, which can be really helpful when you're doing a lot of thorough testing of an API. I really like it. But yeah, I usually scroll down quickly to the usage. And I'm like, okay, how do I do a post again? Oh, there it is. Okay. Like that. So anyway, shout out to this individual that created this and having such a popular REST client in VS Code. Where else was I going with this? Thunder client got weird. What are you using for those live requests from the editor? We already did that. Is this an extension? What extension? I think you got the answer for that, Rugmat. It's the REST client. JT says the REST client stuff is pretty cool. If you make calls with JWT tokens, you can save the return token and you can access it with the variable in other requests. Yeah, so you don't have to copy paste around. Yeah, that's true. That's a good call out. I've gotten used to curl, so quite used to remembering those. Yeah. Which, I mean, you can do curl directly from VS Code in the terminal too, right? You know? So. Rugmat says, in empty file, you can... Why won't they? Also set language mode to HTTP. Oh, yeah, can I? Change language mode. HTTP. Oh, yeah, there we go. Hey, nice. Thanks for showing that. Tell me about that, Rugmat. That's pretty cool. Chunky Rooster is the real Pygon, the aerial pigeon, or however the bot would say it sometimes. Oh man, you changed your name? Well, it's good to have you back. Can you tell us why you changed it? I like the name Chunky Rooster, but I love the way that the bot used to pronounce your other name. Rugman says, no, you don't have to make a random file. Now you don't have to make a random file. Yep. No more pigeons. You're just done with the pigeons? The aerial pigeon? Nice. All right, let's really quick close it out, though. So there was one 7-letter, then there's 2 6-letter words, and what does the anagram solver say there are for 6 letters? There's too many. That's how Words on Stream gets you. How do they decide which words that they want to allow and which ones they don't? You know? And then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 5-letter words. And there's way more than 9 there as well. Dang it. So I can only definitively add biathlon, or confidently add biathlon into here. So I did that. My bot gave these 2 for 6-letter words. Bitonal and hobnail. Right. The problem with that, though, which is great, like that's definitely helpful. Oh, for 6-letter. I thought we were talking about 7-letter. For 7 letters, right. That's, yeah. So the problem is on the board here, there's only 1 slot for 7 letters right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? But with the correct letters for that level, it's possible for there to be two answers for that. And we don't know which one is the one that Words on Stream allows. So I don't want to add both of them, knowing that one of them is not an actual word that's used by Words on Stream. You know what I'm saying? So the idea is we want this dictionary to be as accurate as possible to Words on Stream words that are accepted. And then your 6 letters, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's 6 letters, and so there's only 2 possible 6-letter words that they allow in that level for Words on Stream. But again, with the given letters that we have, there are more than 6. There's more than 2 options. There's albino, bonita, bothan, Latino, libent, orbital, obtain, and Italian. So again, we can't definitively just add all of those. I want to add the ones that are only accepted, so that we have like the most robust dictionary. Chunky Roost says, my nightmare this week has been setting up Vite, Svelte, Tailwind CSS, and trying to use Daisy UI. I haven't heard of that. It's been a while since I've messed with this stuff, and it feels very cumbersome and broken magic that is more difficult to diagnose. I'm old, you kids and your tooling. So, yeah, sorry about it. Do you have a win of the week, though, Chunky Rooster, that you'd like to share with us? We could celebrate with you. All right, I think what I'm going to do is I need to, off stream, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tweak my changes just a little bit in the website, the helper UI part. Just a little bit. Because there's a part where I'm guessing for missing words, right? Find lost dictionary, find all missing words, right? And in that, I think I need to disable this for now. So I'm going to push that first. And then we'll just, that way when people are playing it, like May, who tends to play it off stream, and anybody else that's interested in playing Words on Stream with other channels when you're not here, you can start contributing words to the dictionary. Really says, well, once you clear the dictionary from the random ones, I have my bot on a few WASP links I could route the accepted answers in the API. Yeah, you're welcome to do that, Roy Lisa. Yeah. You can go do that right away. I got to figure out how I'm going to delete those particular ones. And by those particular ones, for folks that aren't aware, like I was testing out, and like these, well, the first 2 I did, Roy Lisi did the same Z's one and all the words. So I need to get rid of those out of there somehow. I haven't built in functionality. I haven't added functionality to be able to remove words. I only have functionality to add words right now. So I need to go and see about getting those deleted. So this week, me playing adds to the, yes, exactly, May. Well, once I get it deployed to production, it's not, all of this was running locally on my machine here right now. So you doing it today. So there's 2 things for you to be aware of, May, since you're like the most active user and pretty much the only user when we're not live on stream of the helper tool. 2 things you should know. Once I push these changes, the missing words functionality is going to be turned off basically, because we got to build out this dictionary first. Okay. So that's one thing. So you're not going to see that anymore, unfortunately, but it's only going to be temporary while we go through this phase of building out this part of the tool. And then the second thing is it will behind the scenes add correct words while you're playing. Okay. So you'll just miss out. The only thing that's bad about this time is you're going to miss out on any suggested missing words that we were doing, because we were just guessing what the missing words could be as a possibility. Going this route where we're getting the true dictionary that Words on Stream is using by just listening to the game playing in my stream and in other people's streams, then we'll get a more robust solution, you know? All right, cool. So I just want to give you a heads up just in case, because I don't want you to be confused and then jump in the Discord and start reporting it as like a possible problem. It's going to be a known problem. Let's put it that way. All right. All right. So off stream, I'm going to get that set up and actually push it to production so that we'll be good to go and can test it out further throughout the week. All right. On that note, though, I'm going to start wrapping up. before I go and before you all go, some logistics. As I mentioned, I'm going to be moving this weekend. I don't know how far along I'm going to get into setting up my setup for streaming and work and stuff by next Friday. It should be done. Barring any unforeseen complications, I should be here next Friday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time, to stream, and it'll be from the new location. And that will be May 30th, the last day of May. All right. So you should, if there's any updates to that, the best way to find out is going to be in Discord. Join up there using that command, !Discord, or go to clarkio.com/Discord for the invite. And that's where I will share announcements on any changes in the schedule. All right. Outside of that, we play Wordle in there. It's a great community that you see here chatting in the stream. They're there in the Discord too. And we talk about technology. We play Wordle. We play connections. Share our wins in there in case you don't get to share your win in the stream. That type of thing. Okay. Last day of May. May has 31 days. Does it? Did I miss that? It does have 31. It's the last Friday of May. May 30th. Thank you for that correction, May. May, talking about May. May is your favorite month. It's your favorite month, May. Moving. Yikes. Good luck. Thank you, BioCow. Did I miss anything? I'm going to fill it up this week, too. Then, yes, I appreciate that help, Roy Lisi. Thank you for doing that, too. All right. I think I'm all caught up on chat. I think that does it. I really appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out today and supporting the stream. We got into coding very quickly. I'm very proud of that. That's another, I'm going to count that as a win for this week as well, because it's not often we get into coding even at all sometimes on stream. So very glad to have done that because I very much enjoy coding. Appreciate all the support from you all, whether you followed, subscribed, just lurked in the background, chatted with me, played words on stream and helped by playing that and testing things out with me. Thank you all so much for that support. I hope you all have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. Oh, it's Memorial Day weekend in the U.S. Okay, so I hope you all have a safe and happy and fun holiday break with maybe the extra day off if you get it off here in the U.S. Also, take a moment. This is a reminder to myself because I have lots of family and friends that have served in the military. Let's, send a message, whether it's a text message or maybe even call them. Just let them know you're thinking about them and you appreciate their service and that type of thing. Okay, so this is your little nudge to attempt to do that, reconnect with people in your life, your family, your friends that may have served or are currently serving in the U.S. All right. I know Memorial Day is a bit different, but still, it makes you think about those folks that have done that for us, right? That are still here. So make sure you let them know you're thinking about them. All right. Have a good and safe weekend, everybody. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday. And I'll see you next time. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good one. Peace out.